And we're back. I've got Zara in the building, addressing the elephant in the room. Obviously, it was Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1. We're going to get into everything. But before any of that, big welcome to Zara. You're always part of the family on this platform. How you doing, my guy?
I'm a, well, personally, I'm alive. Personally, I'm alive. Health wise,
You're just trying to
physical
find
health,
positives in it.
physical health, I'm okay. Mental health, I'm not.
And I guess that you're
I'm
alluding
alive.
to
I'm
Arsenal.
alive. That's all that counts. I'm alive. I'm alive.
You know what? I want to do this stream a bit differently, yeah. But before I bring up the tabs and hone in on some couple of points, I want to pick your brains for you. Obviously, we drew in it. Now that's all done. You've had, well, not 24 hours, but you've had like a few hours to let it die down and digest. Let us know everything, man. Good, bad, the ugly. Leave no stone unturned, man. Let us know all your post-match thoughts.
Post-match thoughts. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. It seemed like it seemed like it was more of the same, kind of, in one aspect of the field, one aspect of the game, one aspect of our game. It's we spent so much money in the front end of our team. You get excited. You think that brings more creativity and all that, and it looks like we still have a creativity problem. I don't
Facts.
know. I don't know if it's what that specifically comes down to. I don't know. It's the some are saying the way the manager's set up. Some are saying the players that he's using in that setup. I'm not a tactical. I respond to the manager's job is to figure that stuff out. My job is to watch and respond to the thing. But it, it's it, it's I feel let down. I feel let down. It's like, bro, how do we spend so much money in the summer for these big games to be going the same way that they were going? 250 million or however many millions per rewind. The same stuff. And literally playing for corners, playing for, luckily last season we were winning them, but playing for corners, can't break down stuff. Yes, I mean you got to respect Man City. They're a very very good team. It was a mirror image. It was two teams mirroring each other. So Guardiola knows how to set up against our stuff. Likewise, Arteta knows how to kind of set up against Guardiola. If it wasn't for that one instance where we were caught out, it was a mistake that caught us out. He got in behind because he's more aggressive and more direct and all that. But apart from that, really, we kept him quiet. Reinders was the only one really kind of being a
Fully
problem
blow.
and all. But yeah, I'm just very, very, very disappointed, man. I feel let down. It's on everybody. It's on the team. It's on the manager. Like I don't want to drill too much down into all that, but like honestly, I know it's hindsight's 50-50 after it's done, and I give it a chance. Whatever team he puts out, I back the thing and all that. But bro, this whole Marino, and I like the guy. I like the guy. I highlighted him as one of my guys to watch out for the season. But in our system, he just can't be in that 10 role. He just cannot play in that 10 role in our specific system. Yeah, it might work out at Spain. Those are two completely different teams, two completely different systems, two different styles of play. What he does in Spain, he should not matter to what happens at Arsenal. Those are two completely different teams. Emotionally, what did he say? He was, I chose him because he's emotionally high strung, whatever the hell
Yeah,
theory.
in the build up to the Bilbao game.
It's like what the hell does that even mean? So it's just I don't know. Sorry, I'm just rambling all over the place
Nah,
because
man, this is what we're
I'm
here for. We're here
frustrated.
to hear your thoughts. I've done enough
I'm
tweaking.
frustrated, bro. I'm frustrated. So the Marino midfield thing, Trossard, look, he's the one that does the whole. He does the whole. Oh, I split my team now. I see my team as a starters and finishes. Trossard is not a finisher. A starter. Trossard is not a starter. Trossard is not a star. That's what when we got him, that run when he rescued us and kept us alive. That run was him coming off the bench and impacting. He's one of our guys that can get going quickest off the bench. He's not a starter. So you start him, and the left side it just seems so ineffective. You take out the one guy that's working, and then now it seems like him Arteta. I don't play politics. I don't play politics. I support the badge. Whoever plays plays. Arteta has a problem because guess what? His best guy playing creatively right now in that 10 role is a guy he doesn't want playing in that 10 role. EZE. He doesn't want EZE playing in that 10 role. And guess who's coming? Guess who's coming back? His favorite child, Martin Odegaard, who's been absolute luggage in that 10 role. So I don't know. That's what's scaring me, Deluded, is seeing the same problems from last season and then hoping it's like how is it going to change? It's like am I the one that's stupid? Maybe these guys on the internet and on TV are right. Those guys that I say, yo, they don't know the future. Maybe they do know the future. Maybe it's done. Now this is how I'm thinking. Maybe it actually is done because everything they prophesized, they were like, oh, Arsenal's not going to show up against Man City. I guarantee. This is like 4 or 5 days before, bro. How the hell do you know 4 or 5 days what's going on? I don't even know what's going on 5 minutes later right now. And these guys were so guaranteed. And guess what? They've been right every single time. They tell me a broken clock can only be right twice. These motherfuckers have been right for like 15, 20 times in a row, bro. So it's like, I don't know. I honestly don't know. It's I don't know. Maybe I'm overreacting. I know it's 5 games in. The table is looking scary. 5 points gap already this early. But this is how I feel. I've been in a state of panic. My scatterbrain, just looking at things to blame, to yell at, and it's just I can't live like this, bro. How are you feeling? How are you? Are you as lost as I am,
bro? I think I'm a step above you. I'm so like when it comes to anger and all of these kind of things, I can't be angry anymore because you said it there. It's like I'm seeing the same old things. Like I'm seeing the same old things these games. People called me negative for saying, yeah, there's problems in the final third when we scored 5 against Leeds or Forest. Questioning the bravery, or if you don't want to say bravery, I can forgive Mikel Arteta for maybe playing Mourinho at Anfield, but being very proactive. Now, to be fair to the guy, you were proactive against City. You know, you did bring on EZE, you did bring on Saka, you did take off a centre half. It was more how we approached the game, how we started the game. I know I'm a hypocrite. If we went all gun-ho and it went left, then there's still going to be question marks, but it's quite predictable. And I can't find the answer to this. My only rationale behind this is I don't think Mikel Arteta deviates away from the script. Obviously, Madueke is not Saka, but that's a plug-in play there. In his mind, Mourinho can kind of replicate what Odegaard does. That's why I don't subscribe to, Mourinho's a DM. He's not playing as a DM, even though he should not have been starting that game. We all know he should have went with EZE. Trossard I wasn't surprised with Mourinho starting, bro. Mourinho, I don't think any Arsenal fan, if you've truly been watching your team, you could be surprised, keyword surprised, that Mourinho started. You knew that's what Mikel does. Trossard took me by surprise. I do think people are being harsh on him, but I'm with you in that he's an impactor. I do want to ask you, though, like, for you, like, what is it Mourinho has over an EZE or Wanyeri, etc., that makes him persist with it? Because for me, when I look at that role, whether you want to call it a 10, right-sided centre mid, 8.5, whatever have you, I'm looking at, can you break lines? Can you get the ball and do all of those kind of traditional stuff? But then it can't be that because Mourinho doesn't have that skill set in abundance in comparison to them. So it's like, for you, why does Mourinho, not that, again, you're not a coach like myself, it's just maybe you can shed some light. Like, why is Mourinho in midfield over Donny?
What I think, honestly, so how I see it, I could be wrong. According to the internet, I'm wrong on everything. So what's new, but he's a coach's dream in that central midfield role. He is a coach's dream because let me ask you this, right? He's there. You go. So the build. So he's physically perfect. He has pace wise, he may not have pace, but he has an engine. He will run all day in that central midfield, and he keeps it simple. He does his technique is almost perfect. He does the basics. He does the basics perfectly, which is what you want in that central midfield role. He can protect the ball well. He turns well in that central midfield role. However, It's just when you're trying to he's one of those guys that is you bring on when you're trying to control a game. You're up when you're playing him as a central midfielder. When you're up in a game 2-0, you're trying to see out you get a 2-0 lead early,
He should
30
have been on
minutes
the
into
bench
it.
and come on for
You bring
Gyökeres
him
if you were
on.
seeing out the
You
game
want
in
to
an ideal world.
see out the whole game kind of thing. He's a tempo controller. So that's what he's good at, unfortunately. And then also, again, striking the ball, very, very good at striking the ball. And it's shown in the box, getting the goals and stuff like that.
He's
So
good on the
that's what
final
I
actions
think
of things, to be fair.
What's up?
He's good on the final action of things like Brock's
Yeah.
crashing, finishing. He's almost like an
he's
enigma.
almost clinical. He's almost clinical in the final third. I mean, I haven't seen enough of Gyökeres to say anything. I don't care about what he did at Sporting. It's what you do at Arsenal that counts. Marino's the one that I have a catalog of. Right now at Arsenal Football Club, our most clinical person in the final third is Mikel Merino. When he strikes the ball, it's at least working the goalkeeper at the bare minimum. So it's that makes you kind of think, oh, maybe can I push him up the field if I don't have my ideal guy. So I think that's what's going through Arteta's head right now. Ideally, he doesn't want to play him in that 10 role. He loves Marino as a player because of the qualities. I mean, he's a very good player. However, he's trying to plug and play him in that Odegaard role, having seen what he's done in the box for us and hoping that it works out. That's my theory. But he's not a 10. He's not a 10. He's not an 8. He's not a 6. I think he might be a false. He might be a target man. I don't know. That's the thing, is he's just a very good footballer. He's a very good footballer. So it's tough when those guys, when the team ain't working, those guys are these are the guys you look at and you're like, all right, this midfield isn't working because of him. And it's tough. It's tough too because look what happens. You bring on EZE at halftime and he's the one that changes the game with that pass.
And that's the thing. Like if he went with EZE starting and everything I want to see and it went left, I might be looking at it differently. But for me, Liverpool and City, I wanted to see a bit more difference from Mikel Arteta because these are the games that, I know people are doing this, the title's over. It might well be, but it's all over. But these are some of the games that you look back in May, Anfield, City, God forbid, but maybe West Ham was talking about the similar things. It's these 3-4 games that kind of paint the narrative in hindsight. And this is where I need Arteta to do things differently. He did do it in the second half, but I do think it's a bit predictable. With Mikel Merino, I kind of got it at Anfield because we were trying to be a bit more direct. I think it was more the case of at the Emirates, we're just trying to keep the system kind of the same. I do think Merino gets a bit of a bad rep. I don't big up Aris, but I don't think Merino's an exceptional player. I definitely don't feel he's a bad player, and you can't say he's not a good player. I think he's
a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's intelligent, can pass the ball. He does nothing outstanding. He's like 5 and 6 out of 10. And with Merino, for me, Zah, it's a thing where these are tools, whether it's him, whether it's Trossard, whether it's Martinelli, Gyökeres, EZE, whatever have you, yeah. These are tools as part of a toolbox. So rather than get at the player, I'm getting at the man, the tradesman who is getting the tools and applying them. Because the best, to be fair, the only things I could say with Mikel Arteta, I haven't seen City be that scared of us ever, really, probably going back to the Danny Mills days. So I give you that. You dominated the game, but I'm accustomed to that. I'm accustomed to you competing and we're even in the statistics. It feels like there's something more to give. Obviously, the players fucked up. They made that mistake. They're going to have to hold that. But it's just a game where you're wanting more. Like, do you feel Mikel Arteta is too conservative in his approach? Or if you don't feel that, do you feel he needs to reinvent himself?
I don't buy into the whole he set up this team to go lose or to win by this and all that. There's different ways, Deluded. There's different ways to win a football game. There's many different ways to win a football game. People here try to tell us that corner goals don't count because Arsenal scores a lot of them and all that. Brother, there's different ways to win this game. So I'm not buying into the whole he's set up to lose. Would I have started with the trio that he started in midfield? I don't think so, but then again, you also have to realize and see and respect what he's going up against, right? You also have to respect your opponents. This is Man City. This is Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola.
I hear that, right? I hear that, Zar, but like, surely they've never been there for the taking more, especially that back five.
They still have a quality. No, but so people's beef. No, people's beef ain't the thing. So people's beef is the midfield, right? The midfield. When you look at the midfield, don't match them up. Don't match them up saying this midfield trio. Look at this midfield trio. We should have picked these other two guys because City has they're playing 5 defenders. Look at the matchup in the actual midfield. The Reinders, they got techie guys. They got guys like Rodri. They had Reinders. Who else? Who was the third midfielder in there? It was Rodri. It was Reinders. And I don't know who the third one is. What was in there? But you have to counter that. So I think that's what he set up trying to do. Was that because it went left and we didn't play too well. People have something to go at. Would I have started with that particular midfield myself? Maybe not, but I see what he was trying to do. That's not a midfield. That's not him.
You wouldn't have started that, Zar. And to be fair, he's the manager. We're armchair experts. Damn well you wouldn't have started that midfield.
Yeah. But I mean, it's not. I'm not buying into the whole he set up to lose.
I don't agree.
You still have
it's
to.
More the way you're trying to win is mad.
You're still playing against Rodri. You're still playing against Reinders. Who was the third guy?
That's why I think Marino was in there to kind of get at Rodri, to mimic what we're trying to do. What they had, they had what. I don't know. They had City's weird in that on paper it's very different. There's all them little players in the pockets. I get that, but like, don't you think though? Yeah, because for 4 years, and 4 years, 4 years including now, we ain't won. People can buy us second again, ole. But whatever people say, we're one of the best defensive sides. We're one of the well-structured sides. That is one thing Mikel Arteta is very good at, and he gets all his compliments from people. So if we're great defensively and we're good, we're kind of tactical in that, shouldn't we come to expect that and want a bit more? Because like for me, it's a case of I don't think it's as extreme as this, but I feel sometimes Arteta gets in the trap of you're thinking so much about the opposition and what they're going to do that you forget sometimes not. And I say the word attack loosely. I'm not saying to just fly forward, but you've got weapons that can attack a damaged animal, a wounded animal. That's what City are. They were nervous. I give you your credit for the second half, fair play, but I just feel I feel if we didn't know this was Arsenal City's are, I feel whenever I get you on the stream or whenever I'm streaming or on Arsenal streams or with others, we're kind of talking about the same things time and time again, regardless of the context. So this is actually I'm not even trying to be negative. This is a proactive choice. You're choosing to play Marino in that role. You're choosing these things. And on one hand, it's a squad thing, innit? I get it. I'm not going to be happy with everything that you do. But it didn't shock me to see Marino. But like,
could it be also, I mean, he also doesn't live in a vacuum. It's been 6 years of him getting absolutely cooked for these particular fixtures. Could that also have played into it? Who knows, man? It's I don't know. The one thing I am not buying into is he set up this team to lose, which is the funny people. I get it. Twitter. That's what's so annoying about Twitter, bro. Is that I hate the fact that that's where I have to get my information, and all these faceless accounts can just tweet and go about their own
rage bait, agenda driven drivel, man, on both sides.
It's the worst, but I'm not buying into this whole narrative of whatever. And of course, the TV guys, the Nevilles and them. I mean, I've already muted that. I haven't even looked to see. I don't even care.
I prefer Jamie Carragher over Neville, but they're both unbearable.
He's also turned. You see, the problem is it depends on which station they're on. It depends on which station they're on. When they're over there by you guys, that's where
you don't get the better version of Jamie Carragher.
When they're over there, they over there by you. That's where he misbehaves. When he's over here sitting next to Henri, that's when he's being proper the objective and analyzing. Then now they just got Neville, which pissed me off for this season. Neville now apparently he's on NBC. He's trying to get some of that American money. He's trying to show his face in America.
I didn't think he had the personality for America, but fair play, Neville. I'll never hate on someone getting their bag.
But Deluded, man. It's I don't know, bro. Here's the problem with this guy. He has baggage. That's the issue. That's the issue where we're at, Deluded. We're at a very unhealthy point in this at where we're at, where I try focus on this season, but unfortunately, The guy has baggage. And I think I mentioned this earlier to you that it's getting to a point where for us to have like a peaceful a season where his head isn't on the chalking block, he literally has to go undefeated. He has to go invincible. He has to go invincible from here henceforth. Otherwise, any sort of slip up, especially now that we're chasing points too,
I think
not
it's
a
a
way to
thin line
live.
between being a genius and being a lunatic, bro. And Arteta ain't found that. Like, I hear what you're saying, yeah, because that is something Arsenal fans say
3
about, oh,
years in a
yeah.
row, though, bro.
Pardon?
It's like 3 years in a row, bro. That's what I'm saying. They say a broken clock is right twice, not 3
But
times.
this is what I'm saying. It's like, for me, the biggest thing with Arteta, I do think you're a good coach. I do think if you get sacked, you will get a job. I do think you've got potential. I only care if these things are realized at Arsenal. I think you're shooting yourself in the foot. I think if us with limited resources and stuff are complaining about we're seeing the same thing, then what are you? The difference is with him, you're the manager. Everything good and bad is a reflection of the manager. I am not against being great defensively, exploiting set pieces, U-shaped football. For me, it's just, it needs another spark. It sounds dumb, but it's like our football is too logic based. It's too probability based, and it works. I don't want that to go. But there's a 10% that this team has to go and do something. And I don't know, man. I think Arteta makes his own mistakes. And to go back to the point you made is something I want to hone in on, because that's what Arsenal fans say. He's scarred from, what was it, 2022, 23? Forgive me, whatever year, the first year we fought for the title. I understand that. But time's passed. Just looking against Liverpool, fair enough, we didn't win, but it's an even game. Anfield used to be a write-off. Yesterday, we're at home. We're seeing City show us a lot of respect. We need to act like we're here before now. And I said it before the season, and I'm still remaining consistent. Arteta will be the reason if we win or don't win. It's on you. You've got the tools. You've got some good players. You show me a lot of good positives, but I'm still having that same old taste in my mouth. Pause of results like this, or better yet, not even results, performances. Because on one hand, yeah, we was losing, we snatched a point. It's a point game for us. 2 drop for City, but you just think, what if? And I do think us Arsenal fans are. We get into what I call, or I've now called, ideal scenario situation where the game was even. There's logic with, oh, you take away that mistake, it might be a different game, or Szoboszlai's free kick, it's an even game. Life don't work like that. We have to deal with what's in front of us, and we're at that stage now. If we want to get into a realm that we ain't been, it's a results thing now. We can't just results and that's it. We have to analyze, but it's results, and we shot ourselves in the foot, man. It's never
The
been a better
result
time to
first.
play
You
Liverpool. It's a
do
fantastic
whatever
time to
it
play Liverpool.
takes.
Exactly. And
Do
look how you
whatever it
speak.
takes. I was about to say this is the one I just zoomed in. Sorry, I had it on the small window. So when I zoomed in, I finally just saw this quote. When I saw this quote yesterday, set me off. What do you think about this?
You know what? For me, I think it's a bit of, it's one where I know Arteta's probably tearing into the players and himself behind closed doors. I think he's doing the PR thing a bit. I think you get to see the real Mikel Arteta, how he really feels when he gets snappy. Like, if I was a journalist, you ask him about his tactics, you see the real Arteta, he gets a bit peed off. Like, even the comment I just had before, it's like, nobody asked me against
this
Bilbao.
press conference he did.
I hear it with that. I don't think he's wrong. We did dominate, but I'm an Arsenal fan. I remember Wenger, but we used to dominate possession, do all these things. Teams get one chance to score. Possession is, the way I look at football, possession is everything to me, but it's what you do with it. So I hear that, and I understand you should be disappointed with the result. Proud of my team. I'm always proud of my team, but pride, it weren't no courageous. It's not a day for pride. It's not like titles on the line. We came back from 2-0 down, or we're playing a prime Barcelona. We pulled off a result. It was just competent. We were incompetent for that goal, but all right, mistakes happen, and I extend that to everyone. It's just, for me, you've got the tools now. You've got the tools.
Yeah.
You've got the tools, and you have the ability. Go on.
So what had me a little worried, but again, I go back to that all or nothing. So I guess that kind of gives me some insight. When I saw this quote yesterday, why it set me off is, are we having honest conversations? Are we after these losses? Are we having honest conversations? Are we having honest debriefs?
No one cares when you win
in that dressing room, because it's like, we can't be after this. We can't be, oh, I'm proud. No, you let the entire, this is a game you should have been winning. You should have won this. This is at home. Man City, we should be winning these big games now. This is the season. We've had this is the season so many times. We're already behind on the table. These are games you must be winning, and you didn't. It's like, so are we having these honest conversations and all that? But I guess all or nothing kind of shows that. I guess he, to an extent, he does, but it's I don't know, man. It's just it's what's worrying me is the 250, 300 million, however many much million dollars we spent, or pounds, or whatever currency you use we spent this year, and it's still, you could have rewound the same episode. You could have rewound the same episode from last season. The same episode, the review. No, actually, no, it would have been different because we won. What do we win? We won like four something. But yeah, you get what I mean. It's just the same. How are we? Chance creation's a problem. We have guys like him. But he's on the bench. He's on the bench. You push him out wide. To minimize his touches. It's insane. The guy is not a pace merchant. Why would you? Why do you
get in the team, man?
He's not a guy. He's not a guy that's trying to run in behind.
He has to start Newcastle away. I don't care how good they are. I don't care what St. James's Park is.
Let me tell you something. Your captain's shoulders fine. This guy is going to be sitting on the bench. Arteta, he is. It's this deluded. We saw this. We've seen it last season. We've seen it the season before. We've seen it. He just does not make he doesn't make the logical decision. It's all. I don't know what decision he makes. Our most creative guy.
Big money addition. The most expensive addition in the summer. He is
most creative guy. Starts on the bench. He was looking decent. It's not like he played terrible the last games he put in good performances. So it's like that's why I said when I was angry, because I give my instant reaction. I give my right after the game. Now you get a more measured because I've thought about it, I've slept and all that. But the first thing I said, even after I was a bit relieved that at least we got a point. But I was like, listen, if you want this manager fired, I don't blame you. This guy should be fired immediately, because how is the guy that unlocks the game sitting on the bench? What did he do to sit on the bench? What did he do to deserve to sit on the bench? Why is I get Trossard came in for Bilbao, and him and Martinelli did the impact thing. They're the ones that they scored the goals against Bilbao, the 2-0 and all. But it's like
I think
you're right. It's going to be him. It's going to be him that Arteta is the reason why we will either win or lose this title. Simply
he needs to fight himself, and he even said it in the season, pre-season. So he's like, the manager that these lot needed 3-4 years ago, or something, give or take, is not the manager now. I actually think the best thing with Mikel Arteta, and the worst, is that he shoots himself in the foot. Like, I think as a football club we do that, and he's going to need to find a way. There's going to have to be some uncomfortable conversations, whether that means Havertz isn't fit, and we could have used him yesterday. Odegaard, Havertz, Wanyeri, Eze, you're gonna have to make it work. You've got more. Like, it's like you've gone to the shop. You've had a limited amount of ingredients over the summer being our transfer window. You've gone to the grocery store. You bought bare ingredients. Some cost a lot, some don't, and you're still serving up the same rice and beans that you want to eat. So it's a choice. Now, granted, I'll tell you, more about football, more lived experiences than I can ever dream. So I'm sure there's a method to the madness. But as I said at the beginning, I'm just an armchair fan. My job is to see. And one thing I've been
judged by the results.
Exactly. And one thing I've been consistent on is the lack of creativity. A lot of people are saying, oh, you know what? If we had a striker last season, we might not have had X amount of draws. And I hear that. But you're extremely naive if you thought it was just as basic as Gyökeres is slapped there, Eze slapped there. There's something in the middle third, right? And again, not to discredit anybody defensively, but we're a great defensive side. Obviously, Mascara's done well. We'll get onto him, but Mascara's done well. Is it any coincidence that the defenders look a bit better when they sign for us, because we're a good defensive system anyways, and it's a completely flipped on its head? I'm sorry, but we've spent too much money. We've got too much good players. Just put the handbrake down a little piece, Arteta, man. But I do want to ask you this, Zaya, because some people will talk about keeping City quiet and things of that ilk. Big up D. Where's D's comment? He said, it's a big result stopping City from beating us. It's massive. They haven't won in 5 against us. There are some fans that share that.
D as in DD, or that's another?
DL, yeah. Big him up. One of the members. What do you make of that? Because there are a section of Arsenal fans that say, take away the mistake. We dominated. We keep the winning run against them. If you can't win, don't lose. Like, what do you make to that side?
No, I mean, is it good? Is it good that we ended up with a point and instead of 0? It's better that we got a point instead of 0. However, beginning of the game, I wanted a win out of this game. Anything that wasn't that was a failure.
And I
So
wanted a
in my
more
eyes,
aggressive approach.
it was sorry.
And I wanted a more aggressive approach. Everything
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wanted
yeah.
against
I mean,
Liverpool, I kind of wanted
the
it
approach.
today.
I'm not. The approach. Honestly, the approach. I really don't care. I actually said it in my little preview. I did a video, and I'm like, I want a rumble. I want 1-0 corner a rumble. I just want to win. I just at
Yeah,
this
I just wanted
point,
the 3 points.
bro, it's been 6 years with this guy of just getting licks on the internet, licks in my group chats from my family, licks from my friends, from my cousins. Everybody is just calling me, saying stuff. I just want to win. I don't care how we win. I just want to win. It's been too long, man. I mean, look at that. Look at that. This guy, it's like, what was he doing sitting on the bench? Can I
Just
ask
like
you
against
perfect?
Forest, what a good assist. Obviously, this one was better.
Let me ask you this. What did you think of, because I wasn't impressed at all. What did you think of Gyökeres' performance? I get that there's no service, but I wasn't. So like this Martinelli, you see what Martinelli did right there? I didn't see any of that.
We're going to get back
Gyökeres.
to that, but I'm happy you mentioned Gyökeres because we can skip to a certain segment if you just hit tabs where he.
Oh, you had it ready. What did
I
he?
was ready, man. I'm always prepared,
What did
man.
Arteta say? Well,
I'll read it out for people. Well, there were a lot of very good balls into the box, especially I remember 3 of them that he was very, very close to doing against City. To have very big open chances is extremely difficult, but he's certainly trying his best and trying to do that. And we have to provide more for him. That's it. There are a lot of situations where the chances were there and the final pass was missing today. In many moments, it was very, very open. You know, he's only had 7 shots in the Premier League this season,
which is crazy.
But yeah, what did you want to ask me? Let's talk Gyökeres, my
crazy.
boy.
So there's elements of truth in there. What did you think of his? Because I was, so there's truth on both sides there. There's elements of truth. So are we creating enough for him? I don't think so, right? While also when it's not working as a striker, you could, this may sound bad, but you could be doing more. You know what I mean? You could be trying to do more. So I don't want to be in a situation where I am pinning you, Gyökeres. Put me in a situation where I'm like, oh, okay, this guy has been going up and down, offside, coming back, offside, coming back, and these guys ain't passing to him. So it's not him. He's running. The ball isn't being passed to him. I'm not seeing him do those runs as frequent. I'm seeing him do the whole back to goal thing, especially against City when we're doing the chess match stuff. When we're doing,
would you keep making the run if you know the ball's not coming?
What's up?
Would you keep making the run if you know the ball's not coming?
I haven't seen him make the run though. I didn't see. I haven't seen him that much. I haven't seen him make that much of the run, because in this City game, what he was doing mainly was when we were now trying to chess piece it out, he would slide left to right between the center backs. So move this, play with the back to goal. So
that's what Arteta's asking him to do. Those
move like that, and then when it comes through the sides is when he'll try run into the box for the cut-ins and all that. So he's making the run for the cut-ins and all. It's if the back to goal thing, mix it up a little bit, do the back to goal, and then sometimes maybe just roll while the
Arteta wants you to do that though. Arteta wants him to do that.
It's just okay. So Arteta needs to wear it. Arteta needs to wear it. Then in that case, it's just not working. Yeah. It's just not.
Arteta bought trainers, and you're not lying. You're not tying the laces. I've said this in the summer. Yeah, it doesn't matter what striker we got. I'd still be saying this. Of course, if you had a Hugo Ekitike or if you had a EZE, they've got a bit more guile about them. They might be able to engineer a bit more of their own magic. A bit like what you saw against Leeds for Gyökeres, where he's done that. I hear that. I think he's adapted to the system. I feel you've got an evidently limited footballer in it. Like he can bully, he can do it. He's never going to be the best in terms of general play. But you're not creating no tap-ins. Calafiori had the most touches in their box. Nothing's being created for this guy. So at least if we're creating chances and you're not putting them home, I can get you. I share your sentiment. Every footballer could do better. But I just think we've bought another toy and we don't know how we're using them. And it doesn't matter if it's Gyökeres, doesn't matter if it's EZE. We've been having conversations about Saka. Even when Saka's been out, we're still right-hand centric. We're still loyal to the same system and we need to tweak it a bit. And me and you were here. And I said to you, one thing that would make me happy about the signings is that on paper, Madueke, apart from the being bought from Chelsea, Madueke, Gyökeres, to a degree, Eze, they're not what I would put down as Mikel Arteta players. So I'd want to see a bit different. Even if I'm completely honest with you, Nottingham Forest, I said the same thing in my reaction. Chris Wood of Nottingham Forest and Gyökeres, nothing was created. Leeds, he had to force his own goal. Forest, Eze finally found him. Granted, them games there, you're going to get a lot more space. One thing that's going to not help Gyökeres is obviously United, you're playing the back three. Liverpool, again, it's not a good day for the striker.
And those are the ones that people are zooming in on.
And these are the ones people are zooming in on. For me,
Yeah.
just create some chances for this guy. Let him, let it be. We're creating chances and you're not scoring. I think it's more on Arteta than Gyökeres. But no man's about
thing, Deluded. It needs to start working in. It needs to start working out. The tap-ins need to start coming. They need to start rolling because the more the tap-ins don't come, I don't want to see. Here's the thing. I have my blinders on. I don't. Oh, what is that? Sorry, there's something that just went off in our building. My bad. I don't know what the hell that sound was in the building, but yeah, sorry. I've got my blinders on. With them. The tap-ins need to start rolling in. I have my blinders on because I don't want to see what everybody else on the internet has been seeing. You know what I mean? I've been seeing some nasty stuff. So I've been seeing people say Timberlands. People
no, he definitely plays like that. But
people talk about jeans. So I have my blinders. As long as he's banging in the tap-ins, listen. As long as he's banging in the tap-ins, I don't care.
Because let me show you this.
Goals gone in. How many goals have gone in? 2 have gone in. More need to start rolling in.
He's got three goals. Yeah, but that's the devil's in the details in this world. Total shots.
It's just
let's even make it easier and just go strikers.
Is he even top 10?
No. Do you see him? Total shots. Haaland's up there and Burmo's up there, and the United been struggling. You don't see Gyökeres in the top 10.
He's not even on the page. It's not. He doesn't.
So again, the man could do better, but this is something. And then you talk about chances from open play and all of this. We're not a great attacking side. We've signed a good striker, but we're not a great attacking side. So I think it's more of them. I think it's more on Arteta and the collective system. Look at this. He's there for goals, but he's not there for shots. That tells me you're feeding off scraps. And the Leeds goal, I said it. When I removed my fan cap, great goal from him. You know, you want to see a striker do that. But that was the worst thing ever because you can't do that 30 plus times a season. It's not going to happen. You look at Haaland, Salah's not up there, but the Haalands, the Salahs of this world, is that probably, you know, I hope Gyökeres, but like the lethal hitmen of forwards, yeah, the guys that are probably going to get 20, 25 goals. Yeah, if you go on YouTube, they probably scored some great volleys, some individual solo finishes. But the vast majority or the core percentage of that 20 plus goals, they're unglamorous finishes, you know.
Yeah.
So Arteta helped me because if it was a thing where we're creating mad chances before we bought Eze or Gyökeres, we're creating mad chances and I'm seeing the play. I'm like, okay, cool. You slap him in there. A bit like us defensively. Very early, I clocked Mikel Arteta improving us defensively. You could see what he wanted to do back even when he had Socrates and Mustafi. When them man are making mistakes, I'm like, all right, I can see what you're trying to do. They're not good enough. I don't think it was just a talent issue. Clearly, we needed better players. But I until I see it change, I think you're crippled. And this is going to happen with everybody. And that's the one reason I like Gyökeres, because I want Arteta to be a bit different. The gaffer has to do different things because he's not your striker on paper. He's not a Havertz. He's not a Jesus. He's not a Marino. He can do the general play. And you and I both know it's not pretty. The way he runs, the way it's like a brute. It's like a bodyguard. So just let man bully and put the ball in the back of the net. This man should be our poor man's Haaland. He should be the Timo Haaland for us.
Yep. And it's I don't know. Another one that's been giving me sleepless nights. Rice.
He stunk in the first half.
Rice is another one that's been giving me sleepless this season. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Those free kicks. That's a problem about us Arsenal fans. You get
in the box. There's something there.
These are touches. Oh, those are touches. I was about to say.
There's something there. Like we're not helping him. But go on. You mentioned Rice.
He those free kicks. We got gassed, and all of a sudden, it's just people don't even look and see. He's another one that's letting me down in that midfield. It's I don't know. It's just the problem with Rice is he's like Martinelli. He's like Martinelli in the sense that because he runs a lot, you need him. Martinelli again. So I think it was you. Was it with you that I was having the conversation that Liverpool game when people were saying that Martinelli shouldn't have started. Martinelli needs to start games like Liverpool because of Salah. Yeah, it was on the panel with when we had SB and D and them and all that. So that's the Rice. Rice is that similar situation where because of his work rate in midfield, you need him in there. But it's like he's not going forward. He's not providing much. That 8 role that he's showing up in the box. Those late arriving runs, he hasn't done much. Touches in the box, he hasn't really had any. I know Arteta's kind of tweaked the system a bit this year, where him and Zubamendi switch out on who's the one that drops deep between the two center backs and picks up the ball deeper and all that. In that situation, I initially beginning of the season, I liked it when he was dropping deep because he was adding a different element. He was going longer across to Saka, but so the injury and all that, and so it's you just need more. It's come at a time where we've needed more out of that whole midfield situation because of lack of creativity and
him
all
and
that.
Zubi still have teething problems as well. To be fair, as a partner. But don't you see it then, Zarden? Like, don't you see it? Don't you see the bigger theme? Yeah. Don't you see the bigger theme from what we said about Gyökeres just now a few moments ago, from what you just said about Rice, indirectly EZE when he's playing on the left. Who else did you mention? You mentioned another name. Don't you see it's almost square pegs in round holes? We're asking fish to climb trees. I understand why Rice plays in the 8 so he can win the ball higher up the field, but he's not a professional footballer for how he can break lines and score goals. All the stuff he does is a bonus. Marino, cool for the system. You're not Martin Odegaard. Gyökeres, we've got a brute that can just score goals, and I think everybody can understand strikers don't just stand up front. And there is things Gyökeres, I guess, could do better. But don't you see how it's the tools not being used properly then? Or if we're saying it's about several players, even when we've won, lost, or draw, because many balanced fans have said
EZE on the wing.
EZE on the wing. Ain't this
not in the
middle. Gaffer? Ain't this the gaffer then? If we're saying it's about beer players, ain't this the gaffer?
Yeah, no. He is the reason why we will either win or lose this title. Hands down, he is the reason why, because talent-wise, those guys have the talent. Our squad's talent level is top talent-wise. I think we have enough talent in the entire squad. The trolls aren't gonna like this because they're all tunnel vision. Oh, what a trophy! What a trophy! Man for man, talent wise,
every day someone comments that. Anytime I post
Twitter's so exhausting, bro. It's like I'm minding my own business. I'm bringing up an actual legitimate point about something else. It could be about, I could be talking about Zimbabwean politics or something or whatever I'm tweeting out about. What a trophy! What a trophy! I'm like, God damn it! It's just like it's. But yeah, no, man for man. I mean, Liverpool may have you may argue in certain positions, star power wise, which is what takes them over the board in certain positions. Star power wise is just way clear. But man for man in every position, talent wise, I think we have the most talented squad. So it's gonna come down to Arteta. I think arguably. We have had a tough. I mean, everyone's known that. You've known that ever since that the computer spat out the fixtures. We knew that our from September through the end of October is going to be hell. Everybody knew that. But guess what? You have to win those games, no matter what.
Everyone plays each other twice, man.
No matter what, you have to win those games, and you've tripped up twice. Now you're in a position where I don't even want to. I hate looking this far ahead, but we're in a position where this might be this run of fixtures might be the make or break our season. This run from now till about, where would I say, till about November, end of November, make or break our season.
This is the territory we wanted to be in, man.
Yeah, we have of course, with Port Vale, we have Newcastle away, we have Olympiacos at home, West Ham at home, Fulham away, the Atletico at home, Crystal Palace at home, Burnley away. Those are the slippery games that Arsenal will drop points at. Those have to be W's.
Look at December, late November / December. Looks North London.
From now till November, from now till the end of November, from now
end
till
of the year, man. Really, in fact, the games ain't getting any easier. Blood.
It has to be W's. Deluded. I'm not saying points. I'm saying from now till the end of November, it has to be W's. No draws, no losses. It has to be W's. Otherwise, that's where we put ourselves. What?
You're right, but these are mad games, like what you said. Let's say you said now to the end of November. So for those that are just listening, obviously we drew against City, Port Vale. Then, if we can, there might be an element of rotation. Newcastle away, Olympiacos, West Ham at home, Fulham away. Any given time, Arsenal fans, it's not that we shouldn't have confidence, but we've seen ourselves slip up against them kind of teams there. Atletico Madrid.
That's why I say this is the most important period. Look at the teams. Look at the games we're playing. The teams and the games we're playing. And here's Deluded. The teams,
Sunderland away ain't easy as well.
Stadium of Light, bro. Stadium of Light.
Jacker, Screamer.
Brother.
North London derby. Then you got Bayern. Then you got Chelsea. Remember, God forbid, but we'll get on to Noni, but injuries, rotations, fatigue, like the games are coming thick and fast. So everyone's going to need to be on this.
Where does Arsenal usually fail? So why I say this is the most important period, and you guys might say it's you don't see no Liverpools, you don't see no whatever, you don't see blah, 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 blah. Where does Arsenal usually slip? It's at West Ham, it's at Fulham, it's at whatever. It's a whole bunch of those games that we need W's for this next 2 months.
This period, really. Crystal Palace at home, even as well. Don't sleep on that. I have all the confidence we'll get put results, but it's difficult, I don't even know. Graham Potter might lose his job by then where West Ham are concerned. Fulham away stung us before. Atletico, Crystal Palace, Burnley away, they're going to make that difficult.
Deluded. When we have to, chasing 5 points behind Liverpool, we have to win every single one of these games. That's going to be.
Let me ask you that as well.
That's why Arteta loses his job right there. That run of fixture.
Let me ask you this:
keeps his job or loses his job right there.
Obviously, we're 5 points behind Liverpool, innit? We might not win the league title. I still give it to Liverpool, but I'm of the belief. Yes, we've made it difficult. Yes, they're going to drop points. We're also going to drop points. I'm at the point where all the things we've spoken about in the first 48 minutes. Mikel Arteta has to arrest that, innit? That's before I can look at what Liverpool are doing. I'm just in Arsenal mode. But 5 games in. 5-6 games in, whatever. 5 points behind Liverpool. Are people exaggerating a bit? Because 1 minute we're going to win the league, then we're not. Is it overblown, or is it we've seen this before?
It's human nature to overblow. It's one of those. It's that whole. You want to be it's the pressure of the clicks, the internet. You want to be right. You want to be the one that proclaims. So we're in a hot take culture. We're in a hot take culture. So I want to be the one that says it right now on this stream. Because guess what? When it happens in May, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go back to this stream,
told you so.
Clip it up, put it there, and say I was the one that said it on this particular day. So that's why we live in an instant gratification world where, again, it's and we become so tunnel vision, right? Like I try not to. But when everybody around you is just so tunnel vision, it's just so hard to resist. So we literally go game by game. You're either world class, you're world class today, and then by tomorrow, this is the same person we're talking about, by the way. You're world class today. 3 days from now, you're shit. Like make sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the nature of the world that we live in, where, as I alluded to in that whole thing, Arteta literally. For there not to be any noise, Arteta literally needs to go invincible for the rest of the thing. Otherwise, his job, no matter what he's done then or whatever, whenever that next banana peel, anytime a banana peel happens, a slip of a thing,
pitchforks,
there will be shouts for his job because
And it's not gonna stop. The squad is very
it ain't gonna stop until we. You know what makes it stop. You know what makes it stop. But unfortunately, guess what? And that's what pisses me off is so what I'm okay with. I'm okay with take the piss out of me May throughout August and all that. I don't care. That's glow to say that to me. But once we've started and we're still at game week 5, and just because we're 5 points ahead, you can't just then declare that it's over and then do the trophy celebration. It's literally anything you say football take wise. What a trophy! Liverpool's
Just
5 points ahead of you.
one-upmanship,
They've
man,
already
and
won.
banter, man. There's never honest conversation anymore, man. Like, I'm all for laughing and joking and bantering. I banter a lot, so I understand it. But at some point, when are we just going to get back to just actually analysing the game of football? Not just our team, but everywhere. But unfortunately, we live in a day and age where there's an Arsenal tax, there's vested agendas, not even just necessarily my club. I call them horse to the engagement because, you know, all it takes is the Arsenal City game. The truth is, we did our thing in the second half. We're shoddy in the first. Someone will just make some edgy takes because people are going to react to it. Whether I'm talking the truth or not, they just want to see engagements in it.
And
so
unfortunately, we are the one. We're probably in terms of engagement wise. I'm trying to think of any other corners of the internet that I'm in, bro. I don't think I've seen anything like what Arsenal does in like football Twitter world.
Football Twitter is.
It's
I don't know what to say.
Anything
it is crazy. It's crazy. It's childish.
You know, there's that word. You know, there's the phrase feeding families. Arsenal literally, an Arsenal loss literally feeds families for media. Media companies, media players, the
all week they're talking about
social media managers on the platforms.
Right, it's dark. What do you make of this from Theo Walcott as well, man? My question would be, I think this is on the game. My question would be, why did it take until the 90th minute for Arsenal to go on the offensive? Why not from the start of the game? I'm not normally critical of Arteta, but it feels like he got away with one today. It felt like he admitted he made a mistake with his team selection by making those 2 subs at halftime, while his other substitutions came really late. What do you make of that from Theo?
I don't know if this is too loud.
Can't hear it.
Oh no. I got that. All right. I literally said the same exact thing. Why weren't you doing during Martinelli's run? Why weren't you doing this whole game? Why weren't you doing he's right. He is. My question is, why did it take till the 90th? He is right. How do we go get in behind for the first time in the whole entire game, bro? So I can understand missing chances, Deluded. I can understand missing chances. Getting a chance. How does it take the whole entire game? A team that spent 300 million in the summer. We had guys sitting on the bench. You saw the first half. You saw the first half yourself. You saw what happened in the first half. We had a lot of guys sitting on the bench. Why does it take until the end? He's right. It felt like he admitted it. No, but he didn't admit it. And that's where he's wrong. The second part is where he's wrong. It felt like he didn't admittedly. Where did Arteta admit? What I saw was him parading. I'm proud of my team.
Well, it didn't ask me about the midfield 3 and Bilbao. I think he means that obviously Eze came on. I'm not sure on Saka sub though, because admittedly, when Saka came on at halftime, I did think that was a tactical decision. We'll get on to Noni, but apparently Noni picked up an injury. So then he threw out Saka, but he admitted it. And even that in the game, maybe he smelt blood and City were respecting us a bit too much, but Timber came off. We got Wanyeri in the mix. Obviously, Martinelli, second game in a row, impactful sub and whatnot. I actually think Bernardo should have been given a second yellow card and Trossard been booked. And they should have went to 10. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy.
No, I am. Fuck it. I am. I don't care. I am. I saw a tweet and I 1,000% agree with that tweet, because guess what? If it was the other way around, Deluded, if Trossard was on the yellow, not Bernardo, both of those players would have gotten that yellow and Trossard would have been tossed off. We've seen it. We saw it 3, 4, 5 times last season. So I will be that guy if you want. Bernardo should have been off. It should have been yellow to Trossard, yellow to him. That would have been a second. He should have gone off. It's absolutely, it's crazy. What was I gonna say about Arteta? Oh, damn.
He'll come back, man. We can win it. One positive is the halftime changes. I fully expect him to wait until the 60, 70. Yeah, but that needs to. I'm not saying you always need to change it at halftime, but like Slot's known to change things. Obviously, Slot has hooked man in the first half. Is this just one of those rare moments where we're not happy with how Arteta deployed the team from the start, but he made the changes? I wouldn't say it's a positive yet, JD. I need to, God forbid, but unfortunately, it's football. I need to see scenarios where we're like this, and he does that because he didn't do it at Anfield.
You have 6 years. You have 6 years of evidence, Deluded. You have 6 years of evidence that tells you that he just sits on his hand. One game doesn't change. It's that whole thing where he's become world class after one game, kind of thing. He just has to. He has to get his game selection right. And yeah, there he is, our big game player. Our big game player.
Now don't come back over here. So don't come back over here with the
people wanted him gone. I'm one of them that floats.
Stay over that side if you sold just spots.
I dip in the two camps. I want him gone.
You're not allowed.
I love him. I want him gone. I love him. I double dip.
Shameless.
But again, big game. Ran in behind. I was stunned by the finish. I was stunned. That's not Martinelli. That is not Martinelli. That is not Martinelli. That is like Ronaldo. That is someone that possessed Martinelli's body, because that is not Gabriel. Trust me, I know.
When he hasn't got to think, he's cash money, man. That's his problem. You're 25 or something. You should have to think. Has he played his way into the Newcastle team?
So we have to. That's another question we start asking. So what is he now? What is he now? Because this is now two games that he's come on. 2 games that he's come on. Is he now, so the Arteta language, is he now a starter or is he a finisher? This is now 2 games that he's finished.
I'd imagine you're still an impact sub. But then my thing is...
So you're telling me we run back Trossard?
This is what I'm alluding to. You beat me to it. Like, who the hell plays on the left? I might have to concede EZE plays on the left purely because EZE on the left is better than him being on the bench. If
you want Marino, Rice, and Zubamendi again.
I just said it. I want EZE in the 10. But I don't know. I can't 100% tell you that against Newcastle, Marino isn't going to be there. I hope Arteta does something differently. I want EZE in the 10, Rice and Zubi, like you said. But then, who's on the left?
Oh, wait, Newcastle's on the weekend.
Do you go with Trossard? What do you do over there?
Newcastle's on the weekend.
Yeah,
by then, Saka, knowing then Saka will start. So Saka will start. The Madueke apparently is not an ACL. He is injured, but it's not an ACL.
Good to have Saka back, by the way, as well.
Yeah, that was good to see.
Yeah, he's set to be on the Madueke is going to be set for a spell on the sidelines due to knee injury sustained against
not
City,
an ACL.
Not suffered an ACL. So many injuries.
So what? So Saka's, that's another thing. It's like, how do we beef up the squad and we already have an injury crisis? That would have been
such is life for us.
ACL. Did you see the video of him walking off? When I saw the video of him walking off, I was like, oh my God, it's last season all over.
It's a shame for Noni because he's getting a bit of confidence. You know, people don't really care about the fact that he was at Chelsea and that. The only question mark was obviously goals and assists, but you're finding your feet and it's kind of stop-start. Who's injured now? What's that? Well, Saka's just come back, which is annoying as well. But what's that? Madueke,
where's Havertz,
Hincapie. Ben White, I think, is actually touching goal.
White was on the bench.
Yeah, but what was the game before Bilbao? He was on the bench the game before Bilbao. Then he wasn't. Now he's here. So I don't know if White's ready.
What happened? What happened with the new guy?
Mascara. Oh, Hincapie. Hincapie. He didn't allude to it. Arteta didn't allude to it. He just said he picked up a knock.
He didn't explain it?
No, I didn't go in depth. Hopefully he's off tomorrow.
That's another that's another thing that pisses me off. Arteta, the media is who communicates to the fans. So I get it that you're not trying to do you can't just be giving non-answers for everything. Boom. Another thoughts on that. That's another one that pisses me off. That pissed me off. Thoughts on why do you when it ain't broke, don't fix it. I get it. I get his the Saliba, but thoughts on Mascara sitting. It was working. The Mascara Gabriel was looking very good.
I was of the camp of play Saliba still. No slight on Mascara. Like Mascara could have went in. It's one of them. If that goal's conceded and Mascara's there, man are gonna say, oh, that's why you play Saliba. I blame everybody. I know some people are saying it's Gabriel Magalhaes, it's Saliba, it's Calafiori. I think it's a combination of errors though. If I'm honest with you, I think if I'm going to blame anyone, it's probably our midfield because it's like 3 men are running to one ball and it's just a culmination of errors. Yeah, it's jarring because Mascara didn't put a foot wrong. He might even get a run. I reckon he'll get a run out of right back at some point. But our squad depth is being tested early doors. Jesus, we all know he's got a long-term injury. Like no one ain't expecting him.
He's not even registered.
Yeah, so that tells
he's going to come second half of the year.
Yeah, So he's out, and he might, if we believe reports, he might be gone. What did you make of Saka's performance? So yeah, I would have went with Saliba, but Mascara probably should have started in hindsight. What did you make of Saka's return? Because I think he looked a bit sharp, you know.
He was a bit more direct. He was direct,
Especially when he went to the
well,
left.
way more direct than Trossard. Trossard on that side. He cuts in a bit more. He's the one that, so Madueke goes byline. Madueke tries to go byline and then square it. He cuts in a bit more. I thought he was okay. It's I mean, he's coming back from injury. He was way more direct. He didn't really put a foot wrong. He pushed. He was pushing. There were moments where he was going at his guy, trying to take him on, trying to up the tempo and all that. Was he on Kusanov? No, he wasn't on Kusanov's side. He was on the other side. He's another one that had a monster game. That Kusanov kid. He was just eating up everything. But yeah, no, I mean he's him. It's just, can you stay? We need him. This is what is
Wrap
the
him in cotton wool, man.
The Saka thing. What he now needs to. I'm not saying this is his fault or whatever, but the situation that Saka's in. What Henry was in those teams back in the day, that's him now. He now needs to be held to a standard where it has to be 10, 11 world-class performances in a row. Then okay, you can fall off a little bit for like one game, then back to things. It's like he needs to carry this team.
It sounds like you're not happy with Saka.
The title hopes are. It's not that I'm not happy. It's just I don't think the fans hold him to the right standard he should be held to. He's held to because he came through Hayland. The fans still see him as the 16-year-old Saka, where if he has a bad game, it's don't say anything and all that. No, we need to demand excellence out of this guy. He is the main guy. He is how Arsenal goes. Is how he goes.
I'd be all right. He's always up there for goals. He always turns it on the big games for us. His record's
right. So I'm just reiterating. We just need him on the field now more than ever. 20 goals.
I mean, if your manager and my manager, if they actually want to, if he starts putting the handbrake down and taking the shackles off, I think they can. I think it's a miracle what Saka's been doing. I think if I said this to Amenya, big up Amenya, me and him had a respectful argument. I said if I assume, and I'm not saying I want this, I'm not saying Arteta is going to change things, but if I assume what I'm seeing in the attacking sense does not change, it will be a miracle if Gyökeres gets 15 goals in the Prem. It will be an absolute miracle.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
You know what? No. Let's see him. So this run of fixtures. This is what we bought Gyökeres for. This is the run of fixtures where, because if we're being fair, again, we'll be fair. Our start of our season has been crazy. The toughest start of the season. Very tough. It's this run of fixtures that we pointed out where I said where we'll either win or lose the league. Arteta keeps so far, he gets fired. This is where Gyökeres needs to show up.
He's bagging against Atletico Madrid.
This is where I need a goal at Newcastle. I need three. I need three against West Ham at home, banging a little hat trick. 1 goal away at Fulham. You know, okay, maybe Atletico doesn't work out. Simeone's tough. We're back against Palace, back in the scoring business. 2
EZE as well for that game.
There you go. Eze supplying you against his old team. Burnley, he needs to score. Prague, he needs to score a hat trick. At the Stadium of Light, he needs to score. It would be nice. Tottenham, this is how you become a folk hero. This is where he needs to eat. These games right here.
And this is where Arteta needs to, because these are some. I back us against anyone. Like I think we'll beat Sunderland, for example, but that's not easy. It'll be a very different Spurs under Thomas Frank, but that we could win that. Bayern Munich, I want to show them that it's not the Bayern Munich when we had Oxlade-Chamberlain in that. Chelsea, I expect a performance, because if I'm honest, the last 2 years, Stamford Bridge, we have not done well enough. Brentford, it's not the same, but it's Jack's fear. Villa away, they're poor, but things can change. There's no rest for the wicked, man.
That Sunderland game is going to be something. That Sunderland game, I was actually thinking, I have my eye out if I can get a ticket in the way. And I've always wanted, there's 2 stadiums I've always wanted to see us play. I guess 3. 2 or 3 stadiums I've always wanted us to see.
Sunderland, Newcastle, Liverpool.
I've always wanted to go St. James's Park away end.
Yeah,
Sunderland,
you're
the
in the
Stadium of Light.
bleachers though. You get
Yup,
nosebleeds.
I've always wanted to see how it's like up on the roof right there. The Stadium of Light, Stadium of Light. I've always wanted to go to the Stadium of Light and Anfield. Them three. I've always wanted
And
to
that's
go.
an evening fixture as well. Obviously, these things can change, and like fixtures always change, but there's no rest for the wicked, man. Even that's like 3 games in what 10 days.
wet night at the Stadium of Light, bro. You know they'll be up for it. This is
Or
when
3 days
Jokeris
to recover for Bayern Munich as well.
This is when Jokeris needs to eat. Tottenham. That period deluded. I told that the next 10 or so games is where we will tell you everything you need to know about us as a team, how our summer went. Everyone asking, are you happy with the signings? You'll know in 10 games. How our summer went, how us as a team, the manager. You'll know everything about Arsenal in 10 games.
And we don't really have a clean run. I'm trying to find, like, obviously, yeah, no games are easy on paper and whatnot, but I don't see a clean run this season for us. Like,
yeah,
there's no clean run where there's literally no clean run of fixtures. Like, even the end, oh gosh, the end to the season is mad. You know what? Every game's a cup final. What do you make of this then? Could outside pressures and pundit agendas be affecting how we approach games way too scared and defensively minded? I would say
absolutely.
no.
You don't live in
I don't think
don't
so.
live
I
in
think that's the one thing Arsenal are not on.
You don't live in a life. That's life. You don't live in that whole. It's kind of like how people ask on the internet. So like if you're a big personality on the internet, it's like, oh, do you read comments? Do you see the comments and all that? And then people say no. You can say no, but you don't live in a vacuum.
Every now and again,
yes, it does.
Agree.
Yeah, yes, it does. Rice is online. Rice is online 24/7. They know everything that's being said. They know everything that's being said. They know who said it. They know when it was said. They actually just as quickly as I know, as addicted as I am, you slit those guys' wrist, all of them bleed blood. They're very aware. They will say for media, they will say in front of the thing so that maybe people can tone it down in front of cameras that they don't, but they're very aware. I mean, we all get banned. We all get banned from the stadium for saying stuff. If they weren't listening, then no one would be getting banned and stuff. But that's where the problem is. And the Arsenal stuff is unavoidable. That's where Arteta needs to really be able to identify guys, or whoever identifies needs to be able to identify guys to see, like, yo, this is a different beast. This ain't playing
That's
for.
A good point,
this
Steven,
is
to be fair.
This is thing, yeah. To be fair, it's probably.
We're talking about when Nelly scored against Bilbao, and he was pointing to.
Oh yeah! Oh, there you go.
That's a good point. That's a good point. To be fair,
there you go. Oh, perfect example. Joker. How did Joker celebrate?
Yeah, Jokeres. Yeah,
he is in that League Gunner comment section after every game to see whether the motherfucker acknowledges him when he wins or what he's saying when he loses.
Well, I would say to the Arsenal players, if that's the case, go and put 2 middle fingers up at everybody.
Yeah, like, that's what you just have to win games. You have to win games. You cannot give them these little, because if we had beaten City, it's like the Man United one. They wanted to kill us that Man United game. They were clutching at straws. It's like, oh, you won, but you lost. So it wasn't as bad. This City one, it's just I will see how long the cycle goes. But now that we have the FA Cup and stuff, we're hoping for a shock in the Carabao Cup. But yeah,
hopefully, you know what? Max Dowman, Lewis Skelly, Wanyeri, the Halem boys,
yeah,
maybe see a new defensive partnership in Hincapie and Mascara. Bit of optimism going into Wednesday. So I reckon Saka gets minutes, to be fair.
Port Vale get minutes into guys, get minutes into the squad guys. And that's the thing, right? That's the thing. We're so deep now. We're so deep now. That even if we rotate the entire 11, the 11 that could be starting, the 11 starting against Port Vale is a Premier League level.
Oh, into the injuries, can we? Like, I tried to do this before I came online, because Kepa in goal. Assuming Hincapie and Mascara fit, that's them two centre halves. We hope White's able to play. That's right back.
What's the name? So the kid that played preseason can play.
Which one? Nichols?
I don't know if he's probably too small for centre back. But
Marley
Salmon.
He'd probably be on the bench, but I don't imagine
he's probably too. That's 15 for centre back is way.
Look, Miles Lewis Skelly left back, even though he could play in midfield. So that's our back five. Midfield.
Norgard is fit.
No
So
guard.
Norgard will
Will
play
he
in there.
start Marino? I'm
Marino,
thinking about him against on Sunday. Man.
Marino, put him in midfield. Keep him in midfield. Sit Rice. Who would you put? I would even. He didn't start. I would even put EZE 10
No guard Marino. It'd be nice for Eze to get some minutes. Go get your
just
first
to get
Arsenal
some
goal.
confidence, minutes, and all that. Minutes and
What
confidence.
Wanyeri right wing? Just do it.
Oh shit! I'd put Ethan 10. Put Ethan 10.
Or you could put Trossard out there.
Martinelli might start. Havertz on the Havertz on the bench?
Forget
Is
Havertz.
there?
Forget Havertz. He's not about for now. It'd be interesting. You know, off the top of my head, Kepa in goal. Assuming these
We
guys
might
are
not be able to rotate as much as Dauman played in the Dauman didn't play. I think Dauman played for 21 so he could play this game.
That's why he played against Wolves, so he scored as well. Well, I'd go Kepa, Mascara, Hincapie, White, Lewis Skelly. Midfield is where it gets techie. Norgard, Max Dauman in the 10. Oh, no. Norgard, Wanyeri.
He won't start.
Marino just doing me a job. Max Dauman go right wing.
Yeah, he won't start. Dauman's too young.
Up front, do you go Eze off the left or do you put Trossard through the mid? Do you put Trossard through the middle? Fucking, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because Joker is.
You could play Jokeres, but you kind of want to wrap him in cotton wool going into the Newcastle. I don't know, man.
Joker has been playing a lot.
Even Martinelli 9, shit. Martinelli 9.
Yeah, Arteta, we've been saying Martinelli 9 since the kid was like 18.
Forgot him.
Arteta will never play him in the 9. We've been saying play him in the 9 to the 18. Jokeres needs rest. I don't know if he needs rest.
Rotating the game.
I don't know if he needs rest. It's more you don't want him to get injured. Some may argue Jokeres might actually need the game.
You know what? Slightly.
Slim him down a little bit, and then with the confidence. Strikers run. Striking is majority confidence. Let him get that feeling of the ball hitting the back of the net.
You know what the funniest thing is?
Yeah.
Arteta probably going to name the strongest line not possible.
That's what he's going to do. That's exactly what let's get the rhythm going.
You got to love the gaffer, man.
Would it be sweating? And you know how Port Vale's probably going to be rainy. It's probably going to be rainy, cold. These guys are probably going to want to get stuck in it, and it's our guys that are meant to be playing in the Premier League.
It's the biggest game of their season, potentially careers for some of them, respectfully. They're going to be on this.
It's make or break, bro. This is make or TV. This is going to change their balance sheet.
And we can't go out like Man United because, unacceptable. That's a cup we should be aspiring to win, man.
What are your so going into this the Carling Cup? What are your targets for it? Are you
the League Cup? Well, you better win that. Better win that. It might not. Okay, like obviously, I'd rather win the Prem and the Champs and the FA Cup, but you're in the League Cup. We have not been exposed to trophies. I think these boys need to win. Arteta, you need to win. I do think there'll be a lot of disingenuousness about Mikel Arteta, because what I mean by that is at the end of last season, obviously, them lot down the road won, bare teams won. Everyone was saying a trophy's a trophy. Now, if you fast forward a year and we only win the FA Cup or League Cup, rightly or wrongly, I don't think that's going to shut people up. But we have no divine right. If we were City or Liverpool and quote unquote throwing cups away, I don't agree with it, but I could understand it. You need to be bringing it home. You got to the semi-finals last year. You were that close to getting to Wembley, and you lost to the winners. You lost to the winners in 2 cup competitions. Bro, need to win that. You lot that go out there, obviously I'll rotate. Go and win, go through to the next round. Hopefully there's a nice day out at the Emirates. That needs to come home. That needs to come home.
The only way Arteta completely avoids criticism is if he wins both the Premier League and the Champions League. If we win the Premier League, I hope we do.
Nah,
if we win just the Premier League, people are so shameless moving goalposts for Arsenal. It's crazy. I don't hate this. I don't hate that. What JD just said right there. I don't hate that. That opens up a spot in midfield. That opens up. You can put Nwaneri now in there. You can start. You can do a little different. Maybe play 2 instead of doing the 3 DM guys. Maybe let's see how we look if we have 1 DM Zubamendi and maybe 2 10s
rotating 8s.
Or 8s,
and who knows if Odegaard's fit in the next 24 to 48 hours,
he's probably going to play
some part again. Yeah, exactly.
He will play. He's coming straight back. People are saying people are worried. Arsenal again. there's money. We feed families. There's money at hand here. The goalposts need to move so the click machine can keep going. The opinions, the only opinion that's genuine on Arsenal Online and are mine and Deluded. Anyone's don't
And
matter.
Arsenal fans, yeah.
Nah, but the Marino thing will be interesting because that can free up a midfield.
No silverware is unacceptable. No silverware is unacceptable. We need to win something, man. I can't lie, sir. This has been a fantastic one, but I don't want to put you through any more.
My bro. Man. Let me hop in the. Let me
get on your life, man. We love Arsenal, but
pack my bags, hop in the office. Big week. I'm here, bro. It's been a lot of travel. It's the end of my travel season, so now I can actually sit down and just watch the Arsenal at home now. So I'm pumped. This is where they don't let me down, man.
I don't know if they will. I can't guarantee that. All myself.
They shouldn't let me down.
We'll be here regardless, man.
When do we play tomorrow?
Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time. Actually, so whatever time that is over, Wednesday.
Looked into what
Wednesday, and I think 4:30 Sunday in Newcastle.
Is that on TV? The Wednesday one. Okay, Wednesday on Paramount in the States, and yes, 4:30 Newcastle. So that's 10:30 here. Paramount has the League Cup this season. Okay,
interesting. Let people know they can find you, man.
At the Midget Zimbo, back on the. We're gonna back. Now that I'm off the golf tour, gonna get the football stuff back rolling on.
We'd love to hear it.
Instagram.
So you heard where Zar can be found, people. As usual, on behalf of myself and obviously the chat, love to you, Zar, for sharing your opinions.
Thank you.
Hopefully this is just a bump in the road, man, and we win something. But boy,
thank you for having me. I always have time for you, Deluded. Thank you for having me, man.
My God. And on that note, people, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Peace. Boy.